Welcome to Make America Greater. Let's review what's new in the news. Another potential assassination attempt on the president's life was thwarted according to Fox News. I'll let them tell you in their own words.
Welcome back. Here on Live Now from Fox, 8:50 on the East Coast and 5:50 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and I'm here to bring you all of your top stories, live events, and breaking news on this Sunday. I do want to take you out to a developing story that we're following out of Florida. Take a look at this booking photo just coming in. A Florida man arrested after he allegedly made posts on social media in which he threatened to kill President Donald Trump. Records show Glenn DeSico, seen right there, is being charged with making written threats to kill. The Jupiter Police Department in Florida saying the investigation began when they were alerted to a Facebook post where a written threat was made directed at Trump. Detectives reviewed the suspect's social media activity and confirmed he had made the threat. On Friday, police said they arrested him following an investigation into statements made on social media that targeted the president. Officials said they then interviewed the suspect, and he was taken into custody without incident. Again, that is his booking photo right there. The Jupiter Police Department working in coordination with the United States Secret Service throughout that investigation, and they actually posted this. This is the spokesperson for the Secret Service who said, "Thank you, Jupiter, Florida Police Department, for your swift response and partnership. Threats against the President of the United States or any Secret Service protectee are taken very seriously. Our success often starts with tips from the public, so please continue to report suspicious activity to police."
Hands off our Social Security!
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Yes! Yes!
Today is the hands-off protest across the United States with more than 1,400 demonstrations scheduled in all 50 states across the country. These protests erupted even in deep red states, with reports suggesting that the turnout was even larger than in 2017, the Women's March, when that brought millions of people onto the streets in opposition to Trump and his administration. And I should remind you that that energy in 2017 ultimately culminated into Democrats winning the House by the biggest margin in modern American history, flipping a staggering 41 seats to Democratic control. Organizers of the protests noted three demands: an end to the billionaire takeover and rampant corruption of the Trump administration, an end to slashing federal funds for Medicaid, Social Security, and other programs that working people rely on, and an end to the attacks on immigrants, trans people, and other communities. And of course, one of these billionaires has opted to take the entirely wrong message out of today. In response to a video of Rachel Maddow discussing these protests, one of Elon's right-wing fanboy accounts posted, "Terror! Soros-funded Indivisible is openly admitting they are behind the 1,300 paid protests happening today in all 50 states. Democrat billionaires are funding these uprisings and they should be held legally accountable for the violence and vandalism." To which Elon tweeted, "They will be." Spooky framing, huh? Small problem here. There is no terror, no violence, and no vandalism.
Across the nation, there's been a spike in Tesla facilities and vehicles being hit with protests and violence. This in response to creator Elon Musk's role in the Trump administration. Now, an Albuquerque family is both angry and afraid after their Cybertruck was vandalized.
I have no idea. We don't know who he is. Just another Tesla hater.
As a Tesla owner, how are you feeling?
It's not going to stop me from driving Teslas. If you don't like Tesla, don't get yourself a vehicle, but don't vandalize other people's car like that.
There have been a rise in attacks across the world against his company, Tesla. Take a look at the damage captured at a Tesla dealership. This was near Rome, Italy. Officials say a massive fire destroyed 17 cars there. Take a look at the damage. Elon Musk posted on his platform X that this was an act of terrorism. Fire officials say they are considering all possibilities as to how the fire started, and they didn't rule out arson. Italian investigators say recently there have been multiple reports of Teslas being vandalized with anti-Elon Musk and anti-Donald Trump sentiments written in spray paint.
I think it's uncomfortable serving with people who engage in what many experts deem stochastic terrorism, which is the incitement of violence in an incitement of violence using digital means and large platforms so that individual themselves may not be the one that's wielding a weapon.
I want to ask you real quick, do you see a connection at all between the rhetoric we're hearing from Democrats on Musk and Tesla, connection to the violence at all, or what's happening on the streets to Tesla dealerships?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I've seen Republicans call me communist and I hate this country. I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Okay, that was AOC, first accusing her Republican opponents of engaging in inflammatory language and then refusing to say whether Democrats' rhetoric is responsible for the attacks on Teslas nationwide, now exploding to at least 52 from coast to coast. Joining us now, Jason Bedell of Novato, California, in the Bay Area outside San Francisco. Jason, we appreciate you very much taking the time to talk to us. So you're fighting back after your Tesla Cybertruck was vandalized. It's great to have you on. Can you please tell us what happened, and you're offering a reward to catch the suspect?
Absolutely. I'm offering a $25,000 cash reward for information leading to the arrest of the suspect that did this on Saturday morning. What happened at 4:22 a.m., a suspect came to my house, took a look around. They were masked. They had a hoodie on. You couldn't really tell who they were. Looked around and then left. They came back at about 5:40 with some tape in their hands. They had a walkie-talkie also in their back pocket. They went up to one of my ring cams and put tape over the ring cam to try to block the view of them. But I have several other ring cams on my property. The suspect then went to my Tesla, put a piece of yellow tape on the wheel that says that the truck was unsafe to drive and replaced all 4 tires. They went around in the vehicle, slashed all 4 tires, then picked up a large cement brick and smashed my windshield twice with it. All right. So, stepping back for a second, are the authorities moving with speed to catch this guy? Because I mean, we're covering Democrats' rhetoric. Do you think Democrat rhetoric is to blame for the attack on your Tesla? Democrats have been attacking Elon Musk, but they're pretty much silent about these attacks. What do you think of all that? I do think that that's what is spurring these attacks and what is motivating these people to do these types of attacks and crimes. And it's a terrible situation to be in. And I'm really am kind of scared to have a Tesla, but that's not going to stop me from driving it. Okay. And, the police are moving a little slower than I'd like, so that's why I'm offering $25,000 cash reward for information.
The Democrats are continuing to prove all they know how to do is gaslight. Honestly, if the Democrats wanted to turn America on the Republicans, it would be so much easier if they just stopped gaslighting. You think they would catch on by now? Certainly glad I don't own a Tesla. I'll probably wait until Trump's term is over before I look into getting one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for non-violent news.